Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. The Lakers front office is reportedly blaming LEbrownie blames and Cottonelle AVIS internally for acquiring guard Russell Westbrook during the offseason ahead of the 2021 season, according to Bleacher Report's Eric Pincus. What looked like the perfect team, one that featured James, Davis, Carmelo Anthony, Westbrook, Dwight Coward, and more, on paper turned out to be one with chaos, confusion, no postseason appearance, and 49 losses. James and Davis, who are represented by Clutch Sports Group, lobbied heavily to the team's front office to acquire Westbrook. In doing so, the franchise sent key contributors from its championship winning team in the bubble in the 2020-21 season, Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, who came from Clippers in the bubble, to the Lakers, then to Washington, and now plays for Charlotte. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to Washington while earning 2 second-round picks and the number 22 pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. The failed project from James and Davis advocating for Westbrook did not pay off. However, as reports surfaced throughout the regular season of blaming Westbrook for the Lakers' turmoil, the latest reported news between the team's front office and its two stars stem from the overarching discussion that star players have a voice in the direction of a franchise. In Brooklyn, Nets guard Kyrie Irving's recent comment opened the door to conversations surrounding star players' thoughts on his team plans going forward. When I say I'm here with Kev, which is Kevin Durant, I think that it really entails us managing this franchise together alongside owner Joe Tsai and general manager Sean Marks and just our group of family members that we have in our locker room and our organization, Irvin said after the Nets Game 4 loss to the Celtics. In Los Angeles, no player's voice is heard more than James. However, due to Westbrook project not living up to expectation, the Lakers must still consider the opinions of their stars, but ultimately make the best decision for the franchise. When the Lakers were eliminated from play-in contention earlier this month, Davis planned to meet with James to discuss the offseason. Upstairs, me and him talking about the season and what we like to see next season, Davis said. While the two will have their discussion, the final decision about the Lakers' plan for the 2022 season will ultimately be left in the hands of the front office. However, that could mean that every goal from James and Davis's vision for the team may not best align with the overall team outlook. Davis cannot leave the Lakers until after the 2023-24 season, and James is reportedly considering playing out his contract rather than signing a 2-year extension this summer, according to the Athletic's Sam Amick. With Westbrook's future in Los Angeles still up in the air, James and Davis, along with front office leadership, must all be on one accord about the team's vision heading into the 2022 season. Westbrook still has 1 year left on his current contract. He can remain with the team in the 2022-23 season, or he can opt into his $47 million player option. So basically, all have to be on one accord, right? So my thing is this. We've been telling you this since the LeBron James inception into the league. This is basically the Cleveland Lakers. That's all this is. So you being the franchise or the owner or the people in charge, you basically are going to sit there and basically come up with this saying, oh, we're going to put it all on LeBrownie and Cottonelle. Listen, Kobe didn't have this much power when he was there. Like, he couldn't just get a whole franchise to get a player over there. He had to beg to get Powell over there. He had to beg to get our test over there. So the notion of LEbrownie getting all this power, and it's been reported that LEbrownie has had more power and influence with the front office than Kobe Bryant ever had. So I don't want to hear all this making excuses. This is why they're making the excuses. This is why they're trying to save face by saying, "Oh well, the problem is you know, LeBrownie, we're gonna blame them because they're the ones who wanted Westbrook," which is true. And then now they tried to what Clutch Sports tried to do was throw Rob Pelinka under the bus when Rob Pelinka had to come out and said, "Oh no, you not throwing me under nothing. I wanted Buddy Hield and DeMar DeRozan. You wanted this bum." And I don't even think they wanted to get rid of Brandon Ingram and all of them because they knew that talent would flourish. But they got rid of it because LeBrownie wanted AD over there. And they got one bubble chip. They sacrificed Kobe Bryant's life for one bubble chip. And all this is allegedly, by the way. So now, if you're the Lakers, now what are you gonna do? You're basically gonna be like, well, now we're just gonna do everything how we want it. We're not gonna listen no more. You shouldn't have been listening in the first damn place. It's your franchise. You see, this is the problem with sports. They're letting these players run too much stuff. You're giving them too much power. That's why you got all this Ben crap with mental health and all this. He ain't got no mental health. He got a vaginal tear. And it didn't heal back right. LeBrownie the same way. He's a guy who suffers from vaginal tearness. All these players get so many passes when y'all didn't give this to Kobe, y'all didn't give this to anybody else but this guy. You wanted Russell Westbrook when everybody tell you it's not going to work. You two play the same. And of course, the front office is going to save face because they like, listen, we didn't want this guy, all right? We're putting that in stone right now. We did not want Russell Westbrook. Cottonelle, AVIS, and LeBrownie Blames wanted him, not us. And they didn't. They wanted somebody else. Now that this has hit the fan, now that they've been exposed, which LeBrownie should have been exposed. He's been doing this since his early years in Cleveland. Getting whatever he wants, putting the team in luxury tax. He didn't stay in Cleveland the first time around because he didn't want to deal with the pressure of being blamed for everything. He couldn't take it. So he needed help. That's why he ran to Miami. Kevin Durant left because Sam Presti kept taking talent away from them and kept rebuilding every year when they were like a player away from going to the championship. If they would have kept Harden, Kevin Durant would have stayed. He'd have been like, man, I'm going to stay here. He would have stayed his whole career there. But yet, the league gives guys like LeBrownie, they give guys like Giannis everything they want. But everybody else, no. You know, Chef Curry gets everything he wants. But guess what? Him and Giannis did it the right way. They made themselves the face of the league. That's why I don't go hard on them. Because Steph and Giannis came up from nothing in basketball terms. Well, Giannis actually came from nothing. But in basketball terms, These two guys had to grind to become who they are. Steph Curry, everybody thought, wasn't going to make it that long. He was on the verge of being traded until Mark Jackson came in and saved his career because he kept getting hurt. That's why I kept telling Chance, bro, he would not have made it back in the day. He suffers from ankle injuries. Steph gets hurt a lot. He got hurt this year. Every year he's gotten hurt. His body's not as strong as you think. And that's all I was saying to Chance. But Chance was only saying that because he wants to destroy KD because he don't like KD. Just like he don't like Kobe. But that's my dog. But the thing here is this. The Lakers sold their soul for a bubble chip. That's all that happened. Now, are the Lakers going to be back in prominence? Of course they will. They're the Lakers. They're the spoiled favorite of the league. The oldest child of the league is Boston, and the spoiled brat is the Lakers. Those are the two children the league will always look after. Forever. They'll always look after Boston when it comes to the draft to rebuild them, and they'll always look after the Lakers by getting a free agent to go there. That's how the league is. That's how the league always be. But this is the thing. This is the problem. The league has allowed this man to get away with all his moves, and now that it's time for him to hold accountability, he can't do it. The reason he can't hold accountability is because he's not built like that. You know why Giannis, even though he's getting the whistle now, but you know why Giannis is better than LeBron James? Because Giannis never blames anybody but himself. In the offseason, you know what Giannis doing? Giannis out there busting his ass. Giannis out there working. Giannis out there getting it in, working on his game. He knew he couldn't shoot well, so he worked on it. His free throws, he went from 50-some% to 70-some%. That's a huge jump. Giannis is a leader. Something that Kevin Durant isn't. Love Kevin Durant, and the league has crucified him, which the league has made him the villain, but he's not a leader. Giannis is a leader. Giannis does whatever he can to win. Giannis did it the right way. Steph Curry is a leader by example. He sacrificed sitting on the bench so his team could continue to roll. That's something a lot of guys wouldn't have done. So Steph and Giannis are two men who came up hustling to get to where they're at. They didn't come in the league gifted like a Kevin Durant or a LeBron James. They didn't come in the league like that. They came in the league having to grind. They came into the league like Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant came in the league like that. Nobody ever saw Kobe being who he was. Everybody thought Kobe was going to just come in and, be a bench player and probably be a solid starter, but they never knew Kobe would be the legend. They never thought he would be a legend. That's how Giannis and Steph is. Nobody saw that coming. I knew Steph was going to be great, but I didn't know he was going to be this great. I didn't know he was going to be superstar status. Now, Giannis, I didn't see Giannis being like this. I never thought, Giannis would be where he's at. But Giannis has showed me, like, look, you got to talk about me now. I'm here now. I call him Bulldozer Giannis because he's gonna run your ass over. he gonna have 20 charges, probably only 2 get called, but that's how it is. That's how it is. Bulldozer Giannis. That's his name. BG. Bulldozer Giannis. So Lakers have to get their shit together and stop depending on this bum because he don't care. He's not worried about anybody but himself. And when things go wrong for him, he throws everybody under the bus, and that's when the Lakers had to let him know, look, man, we'll trade you somewhere. We don't give a shit. All this allegedly, by the way. But he's like, look, man, I don't give a shit. We'll let you go. So thank you for listening, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this. Hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you guys love what you hear, you go to the my link in my description box. Hit the Cash App. You can donate whatever your heart's desire. And whenever we have a live or a video that premieres, you guys can super chat now. So, man, let me know in the comment section what you guys think about it. I already know Ty Drake is punk ass gonna come and suck on LeBrownie's stick, him and David Green. They gonna be like, man, look, man, LeBron, it ain't his fault. Like a little bunch of hoes. Oh, and Ty Drake is. The Ravens need a receiver, you bum. Thank you for listening, and we out. Deezy.